I will say that as an educator, I've taught college for many years. I do understand that we have to be everything and anything in the classrooms. We are surrogate parents. We are counselors. We have to be nurses and doctors sometimes. We have to referee and mediate difficulties between the children. But one thing that all of our education and training did not prepare us for is this moment right here. But what I will say is that what I share with many other educators and administrators and people who care and have concern about molding the lives of young people is that passion that I have for young people and imparting knowledge. And that actually helps me deal with some of the fears that I have about going back in. I think knowledge is power. And one of the things that we have to remember, even though we've been bombarded on information from all sides, the frustrating thing is that because this is a novel virus and we are just learning about it, is that the guidance is actually shifting from the initial response that we had. So it's important that we keep ourselves up to date with the latest guidance from the World Health Organization, from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and our state and local mandates to find out what's the best thing to do to keep ourselves healthier and safer. Understand that not only as parents, but as teachers, as educators, our students will actually mimic our responses as well. So if we're honest with them, we let them know that we have concerns and that you're going to do everything in your power to keep everyone in the classroom safe. No one wants to go home with COVID. No one wants to be sick. We want to be able to stay with our family and friends. So just going forward, do the best you can, stay up on the knowledge, and press forward. We will get to the other side. There is an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. This is a concerted effort. All of us have to be on board. A rising tide lifts all boats, and we have to remember that when we put on masks, when we socially distance, when we wash our hands, that we're not only protecting ourselves, but we're protecting other folks too. So I have every confidence. I'm also, in addition to being an educator, I'm a social worker. And I could not be a social worker if I was not cautiously optimistic and had the undying, unshakable faith that everybody has the ability to change. Now, I do understand not everyone will, but I have seen people change who absolutely said that they would not, but they have become convinced over time. And so I do know that we have the ability, just like they overcame the flu epidemic in 1918, they got to the other side of it eventually. And it's a historical fact for us, and we have learned from it. We need to learn from it, because if you don't learn from your history, you're doomed to repeat it. So we take those lessons and we move forward. They're fast tracking a vaccine, but in the meantime, we have to take care of each other. And if we take care of each other, we will be better off physically, emotionally, socially, and spiritually. We will get there. We got to stay the course. If you discovered that your stress, anxiety, or depression has you with the inability to cope in your daily life, please go to the website conquercovid19.la or text reach out to 741-741. Reach out and stay well.